Mike runs to the Forbidden Forest to search for Sebastian as he calls out for his name, but no answer. At the moment, Mike hears an echo behind him calling out his name. He turns to see Poppy Sweeting, Isadora Morganach, Amelie's Gaunt, and Anne Sallow is calling out for Mike to come back to the common room to talk about this. But Mike refuses to let them find him until he sees Sebastian being okay. He searches around in the forest to find Sebastian, but no sign at all, as Sebastian kept training his abilities at the dark battle arena. Mike runs around in the forest calling out for Sebastian until Marula tacked him to the ground, and Mike got furious and angrily at her. Ask her what is she doing out here. Marula tells Mike to turn back and retrieve back to the common room, but Mike refuses to hear her, so he tackled her back with an anger roar. Marula tells him to stop. She wanted to talk, but he doesn't. He wanted as much as Sebastian does while he still trains in the battle arena. Marula pushed Mike away to get him to stop, but he refuses to back down. Marula pulls out her wand, and so does Mike, casting Expelliarmus to knock out her wand, then casted Depulso to push her to the tree behind her hard. Marula was in anger, furious, but slight in her sadness, with her wounds just getting better than ever. But she tripped him down and pins him to the ground, holding his wrist down. Marula tells him to stop fighting this with her, but luckily, Poppy and the others came just in time to Depulso her off of Mike. Poppy rushed to Marula to pin her to the tree, slammed the back of her head to it, giving Marula the furious look with a warrant. She grabs Marula by the collar of her shirt, pinning close to the tree with the one thing Poppy promised to Marula is she lay hands or talk crap about his appearance one more time. The consequence will be there looking for her. Marula tells Poppy she was just waiting for her revenge to arrive, and it has. She tried to throw back the punch Poppy did to her, but her fast reactions caught her attention to catch her wrist and pins it back to the tree, asking her what did she do to Mike and what was she doing to him. Marula wanted to warn Mike to go back to the common room as much as Poppy wants that. Marula wants to warn Mike to return to the common room and stay out of this situation. Marula wanted to protect Mike as well, but Mike sees it a lie. Mike hears Marula only telling a lie. Marula explains to him that she knew about the Godric spirit inside of him. It's far too dangerous to even release such monstrosity creature within him. She knew about it and did nothing about it, but mocking his appearance out of nothing. Mike kind of figured she would knew about that. But then again, why would she care? Isadora questioned Marula, how does she know about that? Marula already sensed it in Mike. It's calling out to him if he ever releases it. It'll be madness, chaos, uncontrollably dangerous for the beast itself to be on the loose. Mike wanted to finish where she stands, but her grabs Mike's shoulder and begs him to stop fighting and listens to her for once in his lifetime. She only cares if he doesn't be able to control his instincts within the Godric Gryffindor Sparta in him, sleeping peaceful to stay in control. Marula begs to not fight this with her and stay out of this situation that is not a place for Mike to be in. Mike said she putted him into this situation. It was not the situation she was talking about. The whole mocking was her being a jerk around everyone. That is what she is doing. That was nothing to do with the face Sebastian wanted to duel her. To end the humiliation she putted Mike in with it was a big deal for Sebastian, and now she has to go fix this in a dueling way. Marula putted Sebastian where he knew about this and let it all happen. Because Sebastian couldn't talk it out with her even if he would say to leave him alone. It still continues. So then we let it happen. Cause why bother talking her out of it when all she does is continuing what she left off at when it comes to humiliated Mike about his non-born magical parents. Marula was only looking after him and didn't think he would take it seriously. But Mike refuses to believe in her. But she'll do anything to prove Mike she wasn't lying at all. Marula explains she was only protecting the beast inside from Awaken and Rampage. Going out of control madness destroying what has been built. It'll be uncontrollably mad if it gone on the loose. Marula begs Mike to stay out of this and go back to the others. Mike refuses still, but Poppy let him no choice in but to cast Bewitched on him to sleep it off. As Isadora Morganach takes Mike back the common room to sleep off his anger and to keep him away from this whole situation they have to deal with. Isadora would hold Mike closer to her chest to keep him from running away. Again, and making sure he stays completely away from the situation Sebastian has to deal with alone.